Take two, man. This is Real Nigga Podcast. This
Man,
is Lee.
get a job.
Good evening, world.
Keep
This
that
is Lee
the
Johnson.
camera.
Once again with
Get out
Real
that
Man,
man
Real
bedroom.
Stories Podcast. My name's
Boy,
Lee
you ain't
Johnson. This
real.
is Real Men,
Where
Real
the
Stories
music
by
at?
Lee Johnson. How you doing
Boy,
out
you
there?
sweaty
My
as
name is
hell.
Lee Johnson.
What you
Here
think
again
you the
from Real
polo
Man, Real
player?
Stories Podcast.
That
Men,
shit's still blurry.
Real
What
Stories.
the hell is
I'm going
that?
to call this episode 7. Welcome to the Real
Sandy
Man, Real
Sam.
Story Podcast, man. I'm Lee Johnson,
We
man.
outside. We outside. Real Men, Real Stories Podcast. Damn, there still ain't no music.
How you doing, world? Lee Johnson, Real Man, Real Stories, with another great episode for you today. With over here, you know what I'm saying, talking about the political game, and I got my homeboy, my best friend here, my man. Why don't you go on and announce yourself? Tell him who you are.
What's up, y'all? Know this is Professor. You know that do that shit yourself.
Do that shit, DTSY at Instagram, Professor DTSY
Underscore DTSY.
underscore. Believe me, I'm gonna put it up there in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As y'all know, I'm Lee Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I'm the host, Real Man, Real Stories. You know what I'm saying? We in the hot city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling so Atlanta today that my favorite phrase when I was in high school was, "She fine though." You know what I'm saying? That's all we care about. She fine though. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. So we gonna break it down today, man. We got some hot topics that we want to talk about today, and gonna try to incite your mind, man, and hopefully put some things in the comment and let you know what I'm saying. Make sure you like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, to my channel, man, so we can keep this thing pushing, man. We can keep bringing you this great content, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So the what I want to talk about today is a big country that's making a big splash. I won't say a splash because the social media is going crazy about the leader of this country, how he gained control over this country, and how he actually created a whole independence in Africa in this country, Burkina Faso. We want to talk about Ibrahim
Traore.
He pronounces it much better than me. Ibrahim Traore. He's 35-year-old president, probably the world's youngest president. I ain't gonna say he's the world's youngest president of all time, but I'm pretty sure he is probably the most powerful 35-year-old person on this planet right now. You know what I'm saying? And his power is just due. The things that he's done in the infrastructure of the country, how he got the military force together pretty quick, how he created roads within short amount of time,
Within 2 years.
Within 2 years.
Oh, he created more roads. He created at least 20 roads in a matter of 2 years versus when France was there, they only completed 2 roads that they started on back in the 1960s.
So he's doing a lot of things besides roads. He completely kicked France up out of the country. They don't owe France anything. It's none of that payment system. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, 3 other nations close to him are doing the same thing.
Yeah, Mali,
Okay.
Niger.
And they're all leading the way. You know what I'm saying? So this has been going on since the beginning of this year. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hotbed. They just invented their own version of electric car. You know what I'm saying? By funding another African brother. I think the infrastructure, what I'm liking is the infrastructure, how he's getting, you know what I'm saying, basic electricity, water, things of that nature. And I like how the people are sticking together. So it has to be some sacrifices that's going on if you're doing most of this independently. So it's got to be, maybe you don't take hot showers on Fridays, or, you know what I'm saying, you don't water your yard, you don't turn the electricity off at a certain time. Everybody got to take account of things. I think he started some sort of a sovereign wealth fund for the country. You know what I'm saying? Things are looking up. So my only concern is the last reports I'm hearing about Russia sending bodyguards to help protect him from, and I believe what he had almost like 22 assassination attempts.
19 that I know of.
19. So I'm saying assassination attempts against his life. So from what I hear, you know what I'm saying, Russia sent troops and people there to protect him. And also I was looking at that Russia also has like engineers there. They help them. I'm saying because Traore just came into a large mass amount of oil recently.
Oh yeah. Russia dug it up and
So
found it.
I heard Russia's a part of the team that's digging it up and finding it for them. And then I also hear China has sent some people over there to help protect them also, just by rumor. The only thing that concerns me, it sounds like the same record being spent. Russia is not a walk in the park. They're not babies. In China, they're not babies. Both of them right now are trying to occupy a space that's not theirs violently, or they're doing it by using their own people, like the United States, using their own rebels and drug lords there to enforce their violence, to get whatever natural minerals and things of that nature. So I don't trust China, especially China, how they're treating the Congolese people in the Congo. Tens of millions of people has died since they've been over there. They have a lot of illegal mining going on. They got over 450 mining companies there in the area. Not all of them are China, but most of them are. And it's a lot of illegal mining going on. So we got a lot of pollution. We got a lot of extortion. We got a lot of embezzlement. You know what I'm saying? Just two guys got caught, like what is it, 3 or 4 Chinese people got caught trying to leave the Congo with $400,000 and some gold bars and a bunch of other things. So it's a lot of corruption going on, and a lot of the native people there are suffering for it. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy named Shaka Bars that has a website, or also has an Instagram that I follow, and I noticed that he reports a lot of different things about them sacking whole villages. You know what I'm saying? Polluting the complete water, and this is over. I guess I'm almost a part of it, like iPhones, cell phones, minerals, and stuff like that. So I don't trust Russia, and what Russia's also trying to take over, you know what I'm saying, another country right now. So you know what I'm saying?
Talking about Ukraine?
They've been bombing them for years, you know what I'm saying? So these are not people, and that's just the icing, you know what I'm saying? These are not people that can be trusted. They're all part of the same system that the world is run off of.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all, but I'm not in this place. I don't have highly trained assassins trying to kill me neither. You know what I'm saying? So but the thing about it is I don't know if that's the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if bringing them in is the right direction. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what do you think about it? What direction do you think is the right direction for you?
Well, I look at it this way. The reason things going on like that in the Congolese, like you're saying, is because of the corruption. But guess who's funding the corruption? If it's the Chinese there, they're funding the government there, or there to, just look the other way while they continue to steal their riches. That's what France and America was doing to these other countries.
Yeah.
So this brother took his country back over and took over their own resources because they are their resources. It's their land. Like, how would you like for somebody to come to your house that that's your house and that's on your land? They just tell you, hey, you can stay in this house, but I'm taking all of your money or whatever and put it in my pocket.
I mean, that's bad.
So that's basically what they're doing. So it's all a big game. And the thing is, nobody should trust anybody anyway.
There you go.
It's all about negotiation. So he might be able to negotiate with China and Russia better than these other countries in Africa because of their corruption. They're in it for the money. They're in it for just paying in their pocket. They say, fuck the people. Let me put this money in my offshore account. Versus he's putting the money from their resources back into the country itself. Mm-hmm. So he's giving the people, so he's creating jobs for the people, building roads. He's giving them infrastructure so that way that they can actually be an actual city and stop being considered a third world country, because they're third world, because Africa's third world countries by design. Because the French, the Americans, and the British.
Russia was trying to occupy Afghanistan. That's not. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't. Yeah. Russia went to Africa too and tried to do some things down in Africa during World War II. You know what I'm saying? We fighting them out.
Oh, but Russia was the one that was fighting against the German Nazis.
Not at first, though. Remember, at first, there was a coalition it was Nazi, it was Germany. All right, first it was Germany, Italy, and Russia. So it was Hitler, Mussolini, and Putin. They was cool. So when Hitler first attacked, what was it, Holland or the Netherlands or something like that, I believe first, when he sacked them, I think 2 years after him doing that, he went and invaded Mussolini, Italy. So, and then he turned around and then started invading Russia. You know what I'm saying? So I think Russia was with him at first. Russia got some points. Russia has done some things for Black Americans and Africans throughout the history, but it was for propaganda, and it was also because they was always against the United States. I don't trust any of these countries. I wouldn't trust Mexico to go over there and help them just because of the governments that be running these. It's the same regime of people that's running this world, and I'm thinking this is my whole point. I don't think he's going to be corrupted, or anybody can be corrupted, but I'm not saying he's going to be corrupted. My point is let's say he doesn't want to play ball with them. Let's say there's something that they want him to do, and he doesn't want to play ball. I think these are the type of people to do it. They want to do smear campaigns, invasions, stupid stuff like that. Little back behind. That's why I don't trust them. I don't trust. I wish, but I don't know his infrastructure, so I don't know what he needs. I just wish he could not involve anybody first. The Black Americans.
Well, but think you have to evolve. You have to involve somebody, because just because you have resources in your country don't mean that you get process everything.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, and I agree with you. You got to have.
So you got to make partnerships and business deals with other countries, and that's the thing, and that's what's going on right now.
But what about just African nations right now? No other nations outside of Africa,
because Africa's still divided right now. And see, he's trying to unite Africa.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If you divide it, like the Congolese, like you said, they got that going on there, but in Burkina Faso right now, all that corruption is gone now.
And see, I got to research more into their means to get in the stuff to mine and dig. Because listen, man, I'm thinking, I understand that Africa is divided, but I'm thinking, man, it might be the harder way, you know what I'm saying, and it might be the longer way, you know what I'm saying, and it might not be the big campaign that's going on, but it could be like a safer. This is why I think it this way. I'm thinking as Black Americans, we should have learned ourselves a little bit more before we integrated and start wanting to shop.
But you know, they was whitewashing us.
Yeah, and I understand that. So the thing about it is, I think the way to go is to try to keep everything in-house and almost a secret in a way. You know what I'm saying? And pay everything off. And
That's what Russia do.
And then Russia's more of a China,
because they keep everything in-house with the country, and just step on outside just to do trade.
So I would like for them to, and I understand we got oil. So is there a deal in another country, or maybe we can? And I don't know about tribal beefs. I don't know country beefs, but I know Africa's a big continent. I'm pretty sure
it's the largest continent.
I'm pretty sure they have enough technology with the mines and the people there and the minerals to build things to help dig their own stuff without using Russia. That's all I'm saying. Maybe, and you're right.
And that's where they trying to get it to, because that's what they want. They want one unified Africa with their own currency and everything, instead of having those different currencies. They're like the U.S. dollar, the Frankfurt, and all that. See, right now different countries use different currency.
Yeah, he want to do like how it was with the euro. He want to do an Omar Gaddafi.
Yes,
he want to do a Gaddafi,
and that's why they trying to assassinate him, because they look at him as being.
He want to do a Gaddafi, and I don't know will they try to do him the same way.
Oh, they trying to do him the same way. That's the whole point. That's why he got that protection of. They're trying to do it the same way. But with the technology we have today,
it was a smear campaign against Gaddafi first, though, and I don't know if he was crazy as they said he was.
That's what I said. No, he wasn't. That I said that was by design. And see, in our technology, where it's at now, it's hard to lie to our face now without somebody being able to give us what's really going on.
Yeah.
Now, see, back when Gaddafi was in, they still was able to keep shit under wraps. without us finding out the truth.
I see what you're saying. It might be harder for them.
So why they
keep things.
taking all this shit? Out of the military, out of the military library or whatever. How they taking Jackie Robinson and all them out? How they tore up the Black Lives Matter mirror and everything around. Well, with technology, they can try to erase it as much as they want, but somebody out there always gonna put that shit back on the internet. It's always gonna go back on there, so y'all can't hide shit no more.
They can't hide it no more, dog. It's always gonna be on the internet. Man.
So you can try to whitewash all you want. It's too many people that can put the information right back out there as soon as your ass take it off.
And let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all need to like, share, subscribe to our content so we can keep on giving you this information. At real_man_real_stories. YouTube, Instagram, all social media platforms, man.
And go ahead and hit that like button.
Hit that like button, man. Go and hit that like. Make sure when I edit it, I'll do that click on this finger. You gotta catch that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely that's coming out near you. So he just broke it down, man. And that's some real stuff. So maybe I'm doing wishful thinking. I just don't trust. And I don't trust. I understand he wants to get unity with Africa. I think we need to kick all the rest, but I'm not in Africa. Like I said, I don't know what beefs. I don't know if it's beefs. I don't know if it's different things. It could be skin color, it could be religious and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what's keeping people apart. I know that's what's keeping people apart.
That's what keeping apart.
But
it's by design.
But if you know what I'm saying, and a lot of them beefs might be your millenniums old. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. But I understand. I just don't trust China, and I don't trust Russia doing anything with anybody outside of their country, because it's all for them, and it's not for the betterment of the world. But what country works in the betterment of the world?
It's never going to be for the betterment of the world. It's always going to be the betterment of your country or your state. It's always going to be the betterment of that. So, but the thing is, you still have to scratch somebody else's back, and they scratch your back, because you still gonna need things to betterment your community, your country, your state.
So now since you're talking about scratching backs, did you see how Trump kind of backed down from some of them tariffs from just the United Kingdom, and he kept on talking about Rolls Royce? How you got to have a Rolls Royce? How much do you think Rolls Royce paid him? Paid him just for how much you think it'll cost to make Donald Trump take a tariff off a country? How much you think that cost? For real? Is there a price on that?
Oh no, I wonder how many Rolls Royces they gave.
I'm talking about, man, I was seeing that thing, man. That man said Rolls Royce and then he even said, man, Rolls Royce need to use this for a commercial. I came straight out that man.
You know what? He's an influencer.
Yeah.
Because ain't that's what influencers do?
No, he's more than an influencer. He had his own show, The Apprentice. He's 9 seasons. You're fired. He had his own show, man. That man he's not just an influencer. He's a TV personality. You want to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? He's a TV personality. So I'm looking in social media, well, not even social media, checking the news out, that Trump's tariff is not the hot topic for the world. I'm looking at Ford Motors is opening factories somewhere else, closed a couple of plants down in the United States. And him and Trump's beefing. So I'm seeing a lot of Elon Musk step down, and he's about to have to step down for being CEO of Tesla. So you know what I'm saying, some of the decisions that people made, the Dunning-Kruger effect, they're Krugers. You know what I'm saying? And it just comes to show you
what happens with the Dunning-Kruger effect.
You know what I'm saying? It just comes to show you that, like. But you know what, though? I'm hearing people report about Donald Trump, the stuff that he's doing. And I understand why Donald Trump was doing the tariffs. He understands the condition of the dollar and the currency. I ain't saying he's the smartest person on earth, but at least his advisors is letting him know that. So he understands that we have to produce our own stuff. We can't keep consuming and making everybody else rich. We have to produce our own stuff, because maybe our power of our dollar is not as strong as it used to be. So I understand where he was coming from. But the problem was his constituency. His constituency. You know what I'm saying? His constituents was white supremacists, Christian nationalists. You know what I'm saying? So his constituents was crazy, radical people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he has to appease that type of constituency. And the country ain't ran off of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Definitely ran off of that.
The country ran off of that, man. The country ran off of hip hop, man. I don't care what anybody says. It is. You know what I'm saying? As much as people say they don't they're not like black people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's ran off of that. It's ran off the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why the Democrats do what they do and be able to get away with the shit they do because they abuse the culture.
Exactly. Culture vultures.
Culture, MF. You said I said MF. I don't think I cussed this whole time. I'm getting better at this. You know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely got to like and subscribe. I'm getting better at this. I haven't cussed. I'm trying not to cuss as much. You know what I'm saying? So we just jumped from Trump and Trump, whatever he's doing, this crazy thing. I almost feel sorry for the man when I be seeing. I'm an empath, so sometimes I see some of the things because maybe all the decisions wasn't his own. I'm pretty sure all of them wasn't his own decision, but he started really biting the coup. But he still got 3.5 more years.
That's if he don't get impeached first.
Man, ain't no, listen, man, I don't think that he hasn't done anything impeachable yet until he get convicted of something, and they're not going to take him to trial for anything.
Mm-mm.
So you know what I'm saying? I don't see him doing anything else. I see Elon Musk probably going to start either shutting up or going the opposite direction.
We probably finna forget who the hell Elon is.
And about, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, by the end of the year, by Christmas time.
Yeah, by Christmas time, ain't nobody gonna
That's
even know who the hell Elon is no more.
That's crazy. But you know who motherfuckers are starting to remember? Damn, my first cuss word. I'm sorry. You know who people starting to remember? R. Kelly. We going back on R. Kelly. Listen, man, I'm going to get back on R. Kelly, and I'm going to get back on this whole scenario of free R. Kelly, man. Listen, I ain't got nothing against him personally or none of his music, but that's whack. And freeing somebody from music is whack. It's hell to me. Just don't make any sense, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you wanna voice your opinion now? You wanna leave that one alone?
My thing is, well, I'll leave it alone, and this is the reason why I leave it alone because I don't just fault R. Kelly. See, Everybody keep looking at R. Kelly. I'm looking at them goddamn parents that allow their kids to be with the nigga.
Yeah, they need to be in jail with R. Kelly too. Yeah, they need to be
so I'm blaming the parents also. It's the parents' fault. Ain't no fucking way I'll have my daughters being teenagers at another grown ass man house spending the night and shit. Hell no. You can't offer me enough money for that.
Yeah, they need to lock his.
And I got 3 of them.
Yeah. I can see. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see everybody riding. It'd be like everybody. We be like, who told us to wear these masks? Who cut the hole? What's that movie that was cutting? They started fussing at the people about cutting holes in the mask and shit. That shit. The Django.
Oh, Django.
Yeah, I love that part. I love that part of the movie, man. So since we're talking about Chesters, we talking about child molesters, man. Another thing that I've been noticing, it's been a trend for the past, I would say about 4 or 5 years now, is, and I'm not saying it. All right, I'm not saying it's geared for successful black men, but it's kind of insane. You know what I'm saying? Smokey Robinson. Pretty Smokey. Listen, and then when I was seeing these women walking wherever they was walking, they none of them bad. They old. They don't look attractive anymore. They the kind Smokey. Come on, man. I'm talking about, man. Some woman said that he has been sexually molesting her since like 2001 to 2024, and you keep coming back. One chick was like, "Oh, he used to call me and talk junk and told me to meet him somewhere at the hotel." Why'd you meet him? And then you did it for years.
Hey,
but it's all lawsuits.
Just like Kanye West said, slavery is a choice.
Kanye West
he said slavery is a choice. So that was their choice to go there. If they enslave their own self to sexual assault, just like you said, why the fuck you show up to the hotel?
Why you show up to? And then now it's so many years later. So we got the new cases. So we got who? We got Smokey Robinson is one of the newest ones. You know what I'm saying? Who else? It's a lot of different brothers getting. Shannon Sharp.
Yep, Shannon. Yeah.
Shannon Sharp. The Shannon and listen, everybody's trying to tell Shannon Sharp that.
Oh, look, I got one question though.
What's that?
All these black celebrities that's being accused, are these black or white women that's taking them to court?
Mixed. The Shannon Sharp chick, I don't know what she is. She definitely got some white in her somewhere. But I don't know. She has some black in her. Mixed. Smokey, I think it's some white girls. I think that's mixed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's probably a little mixed versus more just all. But I mean, ain't I don't see no Afro, no chocolate sister with no Afro puffs.
Exactly.
In none of these court cases, if that's what you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Exactly.
light skin mixed in and a little, right? I mean, so you got a point.
So they trying to, once again, they trying to bring the brothers down.
So you think it's systematic?
Hell yeah, it's systematic.
Only reason why I'm thinking it possibly could be in a way, or maybe just how we think of how everybody think of black guys is just the kind of the direction. You know what I'm saying? It's getting older and older. It's not
this
even young.
This what tripped me out.
older.
But these are other grown ass people saying they being molested.
I'm
People
talking-
that know how to make their own goddamn decisions.
Listen, man.
Come on.
It ain't none of them underage.
It's systematic.
None of this is underage.
So if you're not underage, that means you making it consent when you don't. When he ask you to come to when he
None
asked
of
you
this
to
underage.
come, when he asked you to come to the hotel.
Yeah.
He didn't say, "Bitch, if you don't come, I'm gonna blow your car." He didn't say no shit like that. He just said, "Come to the hotel." You took ass to the hotel.
Listen,
To me, that's consensual.
I would even take it as far as this: if you let's say you allowed it to happen, and all these women, in the case of Smokey, they were saying it was for like they were scared. If none of them would say they were scared of their life, they were scared of losing their lifestyle, of monetary value.
Exactly. So
you know
just like I said, he's doing. They was there for the money.
For the money.
So now they ain't getting the money no more. Now you want to take the man to court.
And then, yeah, but then
Because the money's cut off now.
I think it need to be a law like this. If you want to do this, you have to. I think for you to do this, I would also either charge these women or allow. Because listen, if you
we could call it the gold digging law.
No. What I'm saying, we can call it gold digging law. But what I'm saying, we
need to pass legislation for gold diggers.
We gonna pass. If the thing about it, I'm thinking if you are allowed to bring something up that from that far apart, that long ago, and it's only for monetary value, it's not for a criminal. No, you're not
So
suing no criminal
suit.
charges.
So
it's all civil suits. I'm thinking maybe as the DA of whatever you filing this lawsuit at, I could look into. Let's say you say this person molested you. If he had molested another person after you, let's say I could charge you, allow them to sue you for you not speaking up. Because if he molested you and you feel like he's a serial doing this, and they charging people with serial molestation, whatever type shit, you need to take responsibility for the other women he molested after you because you didn't open up your mouth. You didn't say anything for monetary value. And I'm not listening. And I'm not saying you would have lost everything. You got kids. I understand all that situation. You understand? But I'm thinking maybe, and then there wasn't social media, so you couldn't get no GoFundMe. So I do understand that. But it was still monetary value by nature. And if it's a situation like you up in this room, it's 2:00 in the morning, and I ain't saying he didn't rape you. I'm not saying you couldn't say no. Both of y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying, for doing that shit. But I'm thinking maybe I should be able to sue you or charge you for this other person being accosted because you didn't say anything in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's like you need to snitch because he's gonna do it to somebody else. And if you don't feel responsible that he did that to somebody else after you, that's deplorable. You know what I'm saying? And now you want money. So I'm thinking that needs to be the stipulation. We all doing time. He got to go to jail. Jay-Z, everybody did the blueprint. Listen, I don't care what nobody say about Jigga. Jay-Z did the blueprint to shut these people up. As soon as that girl started saying shit about him and Diddy, what did Jay-Z do? I ain't talking to you. I'm not offering no money. I'm not going to sit down at the table. Matter of fact, I'm going to countersue you for defamation of character. And only thing I'm going to say, take it to trial. And if it's that big of a deal, call the police and lock me up right now.
Damn right.
And he shut up and got his lawyers and sat back and watched this chick drop that and lie on herself. So anybody that's trying to settle out of court before, trying to hush it up, even if you, and I'm not saying you guilty, Because that was the mentality back, and that was the game. Some chicks, that's all they did was cry rape and shit like that, put men in that, because they know they would just try to pay them off. They want the publicity. It ain't like that now no more, y'all. You ain't got to pay them off. You know what I'm saying? You got social media. You know what I'm saying? You could fight them back on social media. So anybody that tries to settle out of court before it goes to court is going down. There's not a jury that you're going to be able to pick if you go for this civil suit that's going to give you that, because you just, all they're going to know is you try to settle out of court. And the thing with Shannon Sharp, she came to him first. She came to him first, be entertained to sit down at the table with her. And they was coming up with numbers, but she came up with a high number first. He was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But we'll sit down at the table, and that's where he went wrong. And as soon as that deal, boom, let's go on and get him for the 50 mil. So listen, I ain't saying don't mess with young girls if you're an older guy, you're single. But if you lead with money, it's always going to be about money. It ain't that you need to settle down, Shannon Sharp. You need to find you, because there's some old chicks that's just as toxic as these young girls. That's just as bad as these young girls. You make yourself happy. But the thing about it is, if you lead with money, if you lead into the conversation with paying bills, and you know what I'm saying, if you take this chick out on a private jet on the first fucking date, you go all out, even if you can afford it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. How long can you afford it, for one? But even if you can afford it to the day you die, why you want to go out like that? Somebody gonna like you eventually. Oh yeah. Like listen, if she don't want to mess with you because you don't want to pay up, it's cool. Move on to somebody else. You may not have sex for a long time. You a billionaire and you ain't getting no draws because you ain't trying to give up no money. It's gonna, believe me, when that chick comes, it's gonna be the cream of the crop chick, and she might be a billionaire. You might have to. She might be trying to take you out, and it's gonna make you want to do everything for her. And that's what you need to look for. That ain't gold digging. A woman that makes you want to do things for her, not just because of her sex, because she does things for you too. So if you start with money, it's gonna end with money, man. And you got to start looking at your part of that responsibility of you. It ain't about no girl being too young, unless she is too young. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, you got to stop coming out with this money, man. And I understand y'all brothers got bread like that, man, but you got to have some game about yourself.
Yeah, but if you're trying to keep your bread in your pocket, you need to stop spending on these gold diggers.
I mean, they like that. That's the braggadocious thing, man. It's talking about, it's complete opposite now. But you got all these guys are opening themselves up for all these cases they're getting going on. All these dudes leading with money with these women, man, and you don't think it's possible that she might do some shit like this? Like, all she wants is the money. Man, listen, man, this chicks, I don't answer texts right now. Because I know.
Because they won't.
And fellas, what's the gold digger Texas? WYD.
What you doing?
HYD. And then, or a hood chick talking proper, good afternoon. You already know something is gonna be asked for. Either block them or just don't answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. It may not be that simple, you lonely, but come on, bro. What time we got, man? What we got going on? So listen, man, we're gonna start to conclude this show on this one right here, man. That was my rant, man. You got anything to say about that, man? You got any advice you want to give some of these brothers about that, man? About dating, man? Like you got daughters, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You what advice you can give some brothers about that? Because I've never known, you ain't no paymaster. You've never been, but you ain't never been without no woman either. So
exactly.
What advice?
Because like I said, I never lead with money. I never lead with money because I don't want a woman being with me because I got money. And actually, I was able to sniff out them gold diggers. They used to always, whenever a woman used to say that I was stingy, I knew she was a gold digger. Whenever women called me stingy, I know she's a gold digger because any woman that knows me and that's actually my friend, they know I'm the most giving person there is. But I'm not giving to no damn gold digger because they only there for one thing.
And don't know, I mean, I guess these brothers do want to be used, but they don't feel like they're being used because I can get this girl and you can't get this girl. So they feel good about exclusively being over there able to get them girls, which is, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It got to be fine, you know what I'm saying? Because that ain't really what you want. You know what I'm saying? She fine, she dope. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really what you want, though. You know what I'm saying? There's some other fine women that's dope. That's a match for you. You know what I'm saying? So brothers, you know what I'm saying? Let's chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, find something that's a match for you. Now, if that's your thing, paying for it, and you feel like it's easy, whatever things you've been traumatized in your life, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through that process, But don't come bitching and complaining to your brothers about living that type of lifestyle. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And don't bitch and complain to your brothers when one of your homeboys slice your girl up. That's your fault. You knew she was a slicer. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This chick ain't paid for no date. This chick ain't did nothing for you. Nothing. She don't even reach over and open the door for you after you open the door for her. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? On the phone all day long, but she fine. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. But you like that? Like, niggas really like that? Nah, man. I like interaction and stuff like that, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna conclude it on that, man. Be real. Shit. Stop tricking unless you love her. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you see something in her. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Don't pay no bills for at least months. I ain't saying don't pay your girl bills or don't do nothing like that, but get to that level first.
Yeah.
Get to the level before you start paying somebody bills, before you start being the man of her dreams. Make sure she the woman of your dreams, man. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Make sure she the woman of your dreams, and real man, real stories. Dream about us. Like, subscribe, man, and shit, people. We out. Peace.
Peace.